Hi, Young 5 students. It's Miss Nichols here, and I have a really cool project for us to work on today. We're going to talk about a shape that you probably know, rhombus, okay? And we're going to use a rhombus to help us make a cityscape. And this looks like a little set of hotels or apartments that are right by the ocean. We're going to color them with very fun, bright colors like they're at a beach town. And we're going to make a cityscape. You know, cityscapes can look lots of different ways. Here's one on my iPad. I'll try to hold it so you can see it. Do you see how the buildings are made? They're tall, and one building's in front of another, and you can see the buildings stacked up behind it. So a way that we can do that is we can start at the top and make a shape using a rhombus, and then we can stack our buildings up to make it look thick like the buildings are in front of one another. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to use the rhombus shape. A rhombus isn't a square. A square looks like this. A square has four 90-degree corners. That's why a rhombus, you can be a rhombus if you have four sides that are the equal length. They're all the same, and a rhombus has that. But a rhombus can't be a square because he doesn't have the 90-degree, the angles that are right angles that sit up like that. His are all bent down. They're lower. But a square gets to be a rhombus because the only thing you need to be a rhombus is four of the same sides. So a square is a rhombus. A rectangle wouldn't be a rhombus because two sides are longer, two are shorter. So, anyways, you know a few different rhombuses. This is a big green one, but look at this one and this. You're familiar with those from your pattern blocks that you build with in class. And so a rhombus is a fun shape to use. We're going to put rhombuses where the top of our building is. Okay, do you see those rhombuses? There they are. Sort of a fun word to say. So we're going to make those, and that's how we're going to start our city. This particular set of buildings, cityscape, I want to call it a beach area, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings. Yep. Nope, 6 buildings. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 buildings. And I started out by making rhombuses. So I'm going to do that. All right? I'll try to stay out of your way. I'm going to move back a bit. So I might put a rhombus here. Use whatever size paper you have. I'm going to use a marker. You can use a pencil. If your mom lets you use a Sharpie, it works great. I have 2 pieces of paper. There's another piece under this one, so it won't go on my chalkboard. I'm just going to start laying on some rhombuses. I can put them in different places than I did there. Now, this is the top. We're going to make the tops of our building, and we're going to work our way down. So we're going to float them right now. I'm going to put a rhombus right there. They don't have to be perfect. I'm going to put a rhombus right here. Okay. You might say, Miss Nichols, I'm not real sure how to make a rhombus. Watch me, please. Down, down. Okay. Over. Like a diamond shape, but more squished. Okay, rhombus. You can think of it like a little diamond shape. All right, I might put one down here. These are my rhombus. I'll give you a second to sort of do that. Okay, and they come out a little different. Do the best that you can with them. I could put a little one up here too. You could make a V like that, an open wide V, and then put one going upside down like that, and you're going to get a rhombus that way. Okay? All right. They don't have to be perfect, but they should have the corners and should be like a mountain up top, like a V, an open V on the bottom. All right. If you get that done, we're ready to roll. This is the fun part. We're going to start on the bottom, and we're going to take this line all the way down. We're going to take this one all the way down, and we'll take this one down. Okay? Now let's go and get this one right here. Go to this corner, and if it goes into your building, just take it down. Take this one down. You'll notice we don't do anything with the top of the rhombus. It stays there. I'm going to take this down, but watch what I do. I want to make a road on mine somewhere, so I'm going to, you see how this is this way right here? It's diagonal. I don't want to make this straight or it won't make sense. I'm going to make that diagonal right down here again, diagonal. I made those match. All right, you could have done it down here too. I took mine right off, but I could have made that here. All right, this one comes down, down. You might have a rhombus in the way. You just go right to where you're at. Each time I make this, it's different. This one's coming down. I'm going to come down this one, and now I'm going to turn in diagonal. So this is diagonal. Okay, you can see the city starting to form. I'm going to go up here and take this one down. I go till I touch the next building. Boom. I go over here and I take this one down. Touch the next building. Try to go straight with these lines, boys and girls, because these are tall, super tall buildings. And they have straight sides. Boom. Okay. Now I need to go get this guy. Take that down. Take this one down. Take this one down. I got one more to do. See, this setup looks different than that building, than that set of buildings. Okay, I've got this last rhombus. I'm going to take that one down, touch. I'm going to take this one down, touch. I'm going to take this one down as straight as I can. He fits right in here and touch. I got a little wiggly there. You can see he caved in. But either way, it's fine. Now, I have this building right here, and he's going to be going all the way down. But if I make him, I might make him be shorter like that. All right, I could do that if I want. All right, boys and girls, after that, I go and I put a design on each roof. It just helps me it sets the buildings off. And like we said, it's sort of a beach town, and these are fun, bright beach hotels. So on this one, I might put a wavy. I don't put a lot. I put a couple. And then when I color them in a pattern. Maybe this one, I'm just going to put some diagonal lines like that. I space them out. It just gives the buildings a cool look on the top. Maybe this one's got some circles floating around. So remember, it's a cool way to make a cityscape using a rhombus, using rhombuses for the top and then bringing your city down. Maybe this one, I'll do some zigzags. And I just do it a couple times to give my roofs of my buildings a cool look. I don't know. I could do just a V and then go. I could just do that if I wanted to. I haven't made any. I don't know. I could do just straight. I could just go that way, diagonal lines that way. Okay, and there's that. If you said, I want another building right there, then you could do that, okay? And how would you do that? Add your rhombus. There's my bottom. There's my open V. Then the mountain on the top. Make your rhombus. And go add that other building that you want. Down, down, down. Maybe this building, I want to stop it right here. Check up here. Diagonal that way. Diagonal that way. So, and then you have to figure out what you're going to do here with that roof. Okay. After that, I try to make a road. So, you know the shapes that we're creating are rectangular prisms, and that's one of the 3D shapes, rectangular prism. And that's what we're using, and we're getting the view from the top. And then we're going down. We're using the top of our rectangular prism. So boys and girls, after that, you might want to put a road in. All I did is I added a line right here, and then I'm going to make my road going this way. You could make a road over here. You could make a sidewalk over here, make the parts of the sidewalk. You can make all kinds of different things. But after that, I begin and I make doors and windows, however I want to make them in my buildings. And then I turn around the corner and I keep the pattern of whatever windows I'm making. I turn the corner, I make them on the other side. So if this is the kind of windows this building gets, I want to have those on both sides of this big building. Okay? You don't have to have a door on both. You could put windows down, or you can put a door on both sides. It doesn't matter. Maybe this one I want to have a round door, and the windows are going to be round as well. You'll have to figure all that out. There's fun stuff to do. Again, you take the windows over on the other side, the same kind of window. And so boys and girls, you work your way through like this. I put some really fancy semicircles up here, and I made it be a fancy kind of glass. You could put a clock on one of these. I didn't even think about that. You could put a clock on one of these towers. You could put balconies. I didn't do that on any of mine. So let's say these have some square windows like that. If you wanted little balconies on each one, you could do that, or little rails. Doors can be all different ways. Make them how you like. So you have to figure out how you want to do stuff. This one sort of looks like a church, so I was going to make it have that kind of look. And have fun with this, boys and girls. Maybe this one just has really windows that are like this. And they would need to go on both sides. Boys and girls, finish that part up. And then, boys and girls, I did this. I want it to be like a beach town. So I made a line for the grass or the ground. There's my line for that. This can be grass or whatever you want. Then I put the ocean behind it. I made the ocean, and I made a wavy line back here. And that became my ocean. I put a sun coming up. You can do that as well, coming up. And then I put some sun rays. I made them thick so I could fill them with color. Maybe it's morning at the beach town here, and people are waking up, getting ready to go to the beach. I put some waves in the water here. And when I colored my waves, I colored them blue, and then I went back dark on these little marks. And so that's how I got that. On my sun, I used two colors. I used orange and yellow. So again, you'll have to bring these windows over, boys and girls. But in the end, you have a beautiful beach town. I used about every crayon I had in my box of crayons. And this was really fun for me. And again, how do you start out? If you have small paper or whatever, you might have this size paper. You're just going to start out making those rhombuses. If you say rhombuses are hard for me to make them this way. Make a V, make a mountain on top. Okay? And you just space them out where you need them. Then you go and you start on your lowest one, your lowest rhombus, and go start making your city. Does that make sense? And at the bottom, you can, you look at the top. Did it go that way? The bottom goes that way. All right? So, that's how you do it, boys and girls. Very, very fun. I hope you have a fun time making your beach town here. And use some bright colors. Have fun, making the ocean behind it. Color them bright and nice. And remember, the shape that we use to make all of the tops of these buildings is the rhombus. And you always start with your lowest building first, and you take your lines down. You don't take any lines from the top of the rhombus. Only these three get lines. Straight down, straight down, straight down. So when you're making your buildings, we are just seeing this part. We're seeing the top rhombus, and then we're seeing the two sides, but we don't see the back side. Okay? So that's what we're making. Boys and girls, please send me any buildings, 3D buildings that you get made to nicholsj@dexterschools.org. I'd love to see what you have done, young 5 students. Again, the rhombus is key. The rhombus and then 3 lines down. Always start and do the lines on the lowest rhombus and then go to the next ones, okay? You can make a fabulous city like that. Okay, bye-bye.